What's up, lads? My name's Zufon. Welcome to a mod showcase. Today we're showing the Night Quest mod. Now, I was having a lot of troubles earlier, so I just make something quick, something simple to showcase. The mod, the mobs, and all the typical stuff. I hate that that's crooked. I hate myself. Anyway, I'm going to show you all the mobs, and as time goes on, I'm hopefully going to get better at doing these things. Let's grab a random weapon for now. How about this one? Nice. And let's show you some of the mods, shall we? Mobs, shall we? Now, in the containment field, first things first is the ghosty. Now, the ghosty cannot exist unless it's dark out. So we turn it to night, and now they exist more. However, they're also particularly weak. You can just one punch them with anything. I'm so used to it. Now, with the other one, so that you can get a good view, we have next is the Lizzie spawn egg. Now, these guys, they're particularly friendly. They don't really harm anything. Neither do I think you can tame them. As I said, I'll get better with these as time goes on. And I'll apparently have to get better at my aim as well. What we have next is the Bad Patch spawn egg. From what I can tell, it's an ugly looking creature. It also looks like a tomato. What looks like probably a snail combined with a tomato. Ugly, horrific amalgamation that you would only expect to find on Full Metal Alchemist. Next up we have the Rat Man. Now you do need apparently rats cannot exist in the light. However, this is good to show that they have all special abilities. Except for the three that I've shown you before this one. The Rat Man has an ability to throw a smoke bomb, which makes him completely invisible, except for some particles, and they drop items. Particularly a crossbow. Yes, they will shoot you in the face. Next we have the Eld Knight, which is a particularly large amalgamation of what could have been the Iron Golem. Now, let's figure out. I'm not sure if they'll do their special ability while getting attacked or not, which they turn out to do. Oh, god dang it, some escaped containment. He spawns these little creatures that are pretty much, as you would expect, they're bombs. In fact, I have the Eld bomb is what it's called. Now that we've looked at that, I could have ordered that better. Very easy to kill. Very easy. And yes, he poisons very annoyingly. So I would recommend killing him quickly. If you'll notice, he sounds exactly like an Iron Golem. He is to Iron Golems what wasps are to bees. The evil cousin that exists only to harm people and make your life miserable. And what we have next is the Gremlin. It's a gremlin. Not more what you can say about that. It is Sabby with his tiny pitchfork. Usually, they're the cutest. They're not even usually. They are the cutest beings from the depths of hell. I'm not even sure how they survive in the world because, hell and whatnot. Either way, they have a special ability, particularly a buff one, from what I can tell. I am no expert. What we have next is the Samhain spawn egg. I do not know what he does. I do not know. I am sure I could find out. Actually, let's go find out. I'll leave you there. Samhain usually has something to do with crops. I think. So let's, if I could fly, put him here. What does he do here? Absolutely nothing. Well, that was a waste of time. I do not know what Sam Hain does. He just exists to look cute, kind of like the gremlin we saw earlier. No real purpose, just existence. I am certain there is something I am forgetting. You can yell at me in the comments about it all you want. Next, we have a serious case of Swamp Man. They are terrifying looking things that hold an axe. Now, these are another one of the types of things that has a special ability. When that happens, they switch into like the second phase and will switch to range damage. Also very easy to kill. Now let's get into some of the small amount of items this mod has. We have the filled goblet, the empty goblet, the great chalice, the great essence, the radiant essence, which I'm not even sure why you need radiant essence. It doesn't really do much. Either way, you kill all monsters, anything really, to get small essence, to which you then use a small essence, make 4 to make a great essence. What you then do with that, which is a very important part to come later, you'll need an empty goblet, which very easy to craft. You just make a bucket. And for the great chalice, which is also very important, you just make a cauldron with copper. You want these great essences, and you just, oh, you don't shift. You throw them in here. You need 4 of them. It fills it up, and then like a bucket of water, you have your filled goblet, as you can see here. Now, what you do with the filled goblet is you need it to make almost all of the armor, or pretty much all of the armor. Very, very expensive bunches of armor. Whether you need netherite or I saw one with or diamond, you're gonna need it. That is the important parts of essence and whatnot. Now, the lazy skills in the Ratman eyes. I didn't get lucky enough for them to drop, but let me show you what you can make with them. With the Ratman eye, you make armor, or it's required in the use of making a cleaver, which is one of the weapons. Oh, goodness me, I can't help stop myself from yawning. With another armor, and the blaze armor, as well as another weapon, the paladin sword. Because everybody knows that rat eyes are used to make holy weapons. Well, it does say, radiates the justice and valor of a lost paladin. I assume it'd be lost from the very beginning since you put a Ratman in it, one of the filthiest creatures ever to walk the face of this planet. Now, as we continue on, another thing. Oh, I thought that was something else. There's a bunch. There's like 30 different armor sets in this, as you can all see here, and they share similar traits. Anyway, that's the use of the Ratman eye. Next, we have the Lizzie scale, which is used to only make one weapon, the Uchigatana, which is the one that I happen to choose. I really wish I could stop myself from yawning. Now, what I'm going to do, to make this interesting, I actually need to expand this out a bit. We're going to do a test. We're going to call this the Iron Golem testing. Right? What we're going to do is we're going to pretty much pit up some of the mobs against the Iron Golem to see how they fare. Which is why I'm making this longer. I'm also going to turn off mob briefing. So that with the Erd bombs, as we all saw earlier, don't just blow up my containment. And bada bing, bada boom, quick and done. Almost symmetrical. Now what I'm going to need is some iron blocks and a pumpkin. Because apparently I can't spit. Okay. First things first. I'm going to set it to time set. I hate my life. Nighttime so that the ghostly can spawn. Let's put in our iron golem. Now let's then put in our ghosty. And let's tear down the wall. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like the iron golem cannot hit the ghosty. But it also looks like the ghosty's not particularly going to attack the iron golem. Interesting to note. Next we have the Lizzie, which I don't think is going to lead anywhere. Because it looks like a neutral mob. That assumption is correct. Our next thing is the Bad Patch, which I'm assuming the Iron Golem will attack and beat very, very quickly. Now we have the Rat Rats. It would appear that a smoke bomb is very ineffective against an Iron Golem. Next we have the Eld Knight. Actually, we'll save that for last. Next we have the Eld Bomb. Oh, before I make a mistake, mob, no, mob griefing, false. Now, when these guys fight, if they fight, these guys not aggro onto each other. That is something interesting. The bomb won't aggro onto the Iron Golem. Now we check the Gremlin. Well, at least he got a hit off. Now, curious, Samhain. What do we think Samhain's going to do? Nothing? Because that's what I think. He breathes. He has a breathing animation. He has a breathing animation. I didn't recognize that sooner. Well, he proves himself to be quite useless. I am sorry, my friend. Let's check the Swamp Man. I should have put them farther away. Okay, let's do this again, but farther away. Here we go. Well, other than getting its butt kicked twice, that wasn't very enlightening. Now we have brother versus brother, pretty much. There we go. 3, 2. I can't pick that up. 1. Oh. Well, I fear that was going to happen. His bombs are practically useless. The only one that came close to beating the Iron Golem was, of course, its evil twin. Yet he still proved very ineffective. Now let's put this today, shall we? Let me show you, whoops, some of the armor. Some of the armors are very different, such as the tunics. I'm going to grab the red tunic because I can, as well as different types of chainmails. Now let's put the red tunic on. As you can see, it's just a red tunic, and you have different types of chainmail armors. Pretty much kind of like Skyrim on all of the regards. Of course, I could also be talking on my foot. Besides it, I'm not going to show all of these because that would take way too long. There is one set I will show you, but I'm going to go over the unique sets, I like to call them. The reason I call them unique is because they have different helmets. They're just cosmetic, but exactly the same. You've got 3 different types of bamboos, each with its own effect though. As you can see, you have the full set bonus and this. The Tengu mask, which allows you to double jump in midair. I just had to see that somehow Samhain likes this. For some reason, he likes it. What does he do? I put it on. Does he pick it up? No? Nothing. I just proved myself to be more of a fool than I already was. Any uniques? I forget exactly how I put all these together. But let me go through slowly for you so that you can see the effects if you want to quickly pause. As I said, I'm sorry. I'm very tired. This is going to look horrendous. And I'm also incredibly stupid. Should have laid this out a lot better, but as I said, I was pressed for time. I want to get this done before I have something important to go to. Now, the two sets I am going to wear are these two. Another one is the Conquistador, which has two different sets of helmets, as well as the Pirate one, which has an eye patch, and the Freebooter helmet. And then the other one, which is one with the most different types of helmets, is the Skulk Armor, which is very useful if you're fighting in dark places. And of course, you have your Shinobi, because why not? Polar, Wither, Witch, and Zombie. Now, the Dragon Armor, which, it has an overall buff, and it's very effective for fighting the Ender Dragon, especially since its breath does nothing. Very much so nothing. Let's take this off. Let me show you the Hollow Knight armor. Now, most people should know what Hollow Knight is. It's a game. Though, to be fair, not everybody knows every game. Oh, I was about to say, it doesn't appear like you can hop in this. I was about to say, never mind. Good, you can bathe in the essence. Because that's what you want to see. Either way, in the future, I think I'm either going to go for a more in-depth explanation or more interesting mods. To be fair, I don't know how interesting the mod is until I try it. Quick side note though, this mod is only available with the Fabric mod loader, not Forge, which is what I'm trying to use. Quick side note for that. Either way, this mod showcase is pretty much done. It's quick, simple, to the point, because I'm too stupid to understand how everything works. Now that we've reached the end, you can cut off the video, like, subscribe, do all that. I'll give my updates in now. Okay, so my plans for these is, of course, to do mod showcases. I'm not going to stop doing what other things I'm going to be doing. To give an example, like I plan on doing, itch horror games, indie horror games, whichever it's pronounced, those small horror games, because I hope they are able to run on my computer. The main reason I'm not doing a wide variety of stuff super quickly is because I can't stop yawning is one of the reasons. The other being my computer can't handle it. As I said in one of my previous games, whenever I tried to do Wolfenstein, because I was going to do a Wolfenstein run, 3 of their games, I couldn't play it. It would just crash and burn. So there's that reason right there. Oh, that's interesting. 2 of them. I have more updates. Give me a second. But I already said the main reason, my computer being not good enough. But the reason I'm continuing with Minecraft and stuff like this is because, well, it works, doesn't it? I can record it, no issue, no problem. No problem whatsoever. So I'm going to continue doing mod stuff, showcases. I will also continue doing mod packs. Now the update I was going to say was I will be continuing my From the Fog Let's Play, whatever you want to call it. And in doing so, I will actually try and wrap it up as so that I don't have to, I'm not sure where I can continue with it, right? It's not one where you can keep it interesting, in my opinion. I can't keep it interesting because I'm too stupid to make good jokes. But to keep it the interesting, kind of like this stuff, new, fresh. I guess I just like new things. I am going to wrap it up as soon as I can. For more interesting stuff like RL Craft or Sky Factory, I will do more stuff like what I did with From the Fog. But in mod packs that are like similar to From the Fog, I will try and how do I put this? Complete it, have a set objective, and try to complete it as fast as possible, such as dealing with the Ender Dragon. But I will not stop mod packs. I won't stop doing stuff like with Jug. But Jug has started college, actually. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get him as much as I used to. As much as I used to being one day. I'm not sure if I can get him as much, but I'll try. Either way, that's going to do it for this one. With that small update and it being a rather short one. It's very easy to keep mod showcases small. Either way, enough dilly-dallying. One last update, because I'm stupid. Because of the way I figured out how to do Forge, this might not be permanent. Give you an idea, unless all the mods are of the same version, I have to load an entirely different instance. And unless I, use servers, which I'm not going to pay for, or unless I do different things, it just makes it difficult. Don't get me wrong, I love the way they do it now, but I also miss the way they did it back then. But to be fair, Microsoft wasn't as into Minecraft quite yet. And with their whole, you have to switch over to Microsoft stuff. Either way, I'm going to call this here. Thanks for watching. This was the Night Quest mod. I was about to say mod pack. It's just a mod. It's not a mod pack. Anyway, this was the Night Quest. I'm going to try and keep these, recent updates, new updates, fresh updates. Unless I think of specific mod packs, like the Fire and Ice mod pack, which I plan to be doing. And there's another mod. I keep saying mod pack. There's another mod I have loaded up, ready to go, ready to do, ready to see, fresh, nice, easy, queasy, lemon speezy. Either way, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm about to yawn again. I'll see you lads in the next one. Bye, lads.